Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2026 related video here on my channel, and another reaction type video as well, albeit not to snippets of songs today, but rather to a lineup, and the lineup in question is Melodifestivalen, which of course is Sweden's national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest, and as we all know, next year's competition will take place next May in Vienna, Austria. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below, and as always there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. So of course, with Melodifestivalen, around this time of year, before the official announcement, a lot of names are being circulated online, and especially in the Swedish press, to the point where the full list of participants is pretty much well known by most people before the official announcement is made. So the element of surprise is not usually there in Sweden, it's worth saying. I have seen a few of these rumoured names. I have not seen a full rumoured list, that's for sure. So I am coming into this today relatively blind. I have done everything I can to stay away from anything on social media so far today regarding the official lineup. Now, I have in front of me the svt.se website, and I'm going to be scrolling through this page in front of me very slowly so I can take in each name, each song title, and I'm hoping the songwriters are listed as well. Not that this terribly matters, I would say, but it's always worth keeping an eye out on the songwriters for each track, because if a tune has a notable songwriting team, that could mean it's one to keep an eye out for. For example, in Monty's song, the song Dominoes, that had a very sort of Scandinavian Nordic songwriting team, and that immediately grabbed my attention, and I thought, well, that's going to be a song to keep an eye out for then. But anyway, getting back to Sweden, it all begins on January the 31st and finishes on March the 7th. It is usually one of the last national finals to take place. It's going around the country, of course: Linköping, Gothenburg, Kristianstad, Malmö, Sundsvall and Stockholm. In each heat, 2 songs will progress over 2 rounds of voting. And there is the age range voting in Sweden, of course, for whatever reason. So you could have the most amount of votes, but not actually win. It's a bit like the US elections and the Electoral College and all of that business. The song finishing 3rd in each heat goes through to what I still call a second chance round. That will be at the end of heat 5 in Sundsvall, I believe. And there will be, again, 2 rounds of voting. There will be some sort of points system, as there was earlier this year. I can't quite recall. It doesn't matter terribly here. But, you know, it's ever so slightly convoluted for whatever reason. And then, of course, we will have our grand final lineup, where there will be public voting and international jury voting to determine the winner. I am hoping, of course, for quality. We usually do get quality from Sweden. They could send one of 8 or 9 songs every year and probably get a top 10 result at Eurovision itself. You know, the quality is that strong, usually. Yes, I think there's been issues over the years with variety. I think we do still have perhaps too many familiar names coming back time and time again. Given Kai's relative success in Basel earlier this year, I'm hoping that we have more Swedish language entries, or maybe songs in different dialects. That would be quite nice. It says in front of me here, just under 3,900 songs were received by the broadcaster. They were all judged by a jury and a panel of experts and what have you. And now we have the 30 finalists. So without further ado, I'm going to go through this on the svt.se website, so bear with me. Any names I am not familiar with, I might just quickly type them into Google and see if I can find any brief information. Otherwise, in my own time, I'll do my research off camera, of course. And there will be a post on the joint Instagram page, link in the description as always, rajc.esc, and it will regard Melfest 2026 artists to watch. So that will surface at some point within the next 24 hours if you are remotely interested. Finally, let's get going. So, here we go. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see all of that. Don't want to see all of that. Here we go. So, Linköping, we have Beautiful Lie by Indra. And this song is written by Anders Rethov, Indra, Christopher Stramberg, Laurel Barker, and Robert Skovronski. So, Indra, don't really know who that is. Indra, oh no, that can't be them. That can't be them. Well, maybe it is them. I'm not entirely sure. I will take a look at the Melfest Instagram page once I've gone through the entire list, so I'll be able to see photos and what have you, hopefully. After Indra, we have Nol Tvor with Drunk Words, and again, I'm not entirely sure who that is. I'm guessing this could be maybe some sort of rap track. It's a Swedish pop duo, actually, of Jakob Westerlund and Vilma Öberg, and they've been together since the early 2000s. So there you go. What do you know? Then we have Junior Lerin with Copacabana Boy. That just makes me think of Sean Banan several years ago with Copacabana. Junior Lerin, I think that was a rumoured name. Okay. Oh, okay, there's a few photos. Don't know much about them, though. Then we have Greshula with Half of Me. They've co-written it. Greshula had a song in Melfest earlier this year called Believe Me. It was a new artist and an entirely new songwriting team for Melfest. And he finished third, if I recall. And I just really liked that song. A real showman figure, sort of in the leather jacket, on the floor at one stage, the piano, the camera in the piano, some pyro effects. I just thought the whole thing was really impressive. A really confidently done performance in both the heat and the final. And it really worked well in such a vast place as well, if you ask me. So I'm really glad Greshula is back, and he's probably in it to win it. Then we have A-Teens. Well, we know all about A-Teens, really. They are a Swedish, obviously, pop music group. They were around in the late 90s, and then they sort of disbanded in 2004. Now they're back. Danny, Sarah, Amit, and Marie. Both Sarah Lumholt and Marie Cernholt have been in Melfest since A-Teens sort of came to an end. They were an interval act at Melfest in 2024. They've had quite a few tours, including in America. It's a bit nostalgic for a lot of people, this one. But, you know, they might have a very strong contender. The song is called Iconic. And take a look at that songwriting team. Dino Medan-Hodzic, Cassiopeia, Jimmy Jansson, Thomas Gerson, Lena Hansson. Well, you know, that could be a good old piece of Schlager pop, you never know. And then we have Woman by Jacqueline, and the songwriting team is almost exactly the same here, looking at this. So Jacqueline had a song in Melfest a couple of years ago called Effortless. She looked great, sounded good. It was a really sort of captivating, slightly saucy performance, but not too over the top if you ask me. And if anything, it was quite underrated in the final. But she's back. Now, based on that first heat, Greshula and maybe Jacqueline will go through automatically, and then A-Teens might well go through to the second chance round thingamajig at the end of Heat 5. I don't know. Sometimes you can sort of predict very early on how heats are going to pan out. But anyway, that is Linköping. Indra, Noltfor, Junior Lerin, Greshula, A-Teens, and Jacqueline. I don't think there's anybody else, is there? No, we move on to Gothenburg. Clara Almström, Where the Whole World is Waiting. Jimmy Jansson has got his paws all over this one as well. Clara Almström. Okay, blonde-haired woman. Was she on The Voice or Swedish Idol? She's very young. Okay, looks a bit like Maisie Peters in that picture. Anyway, that's the first artist. Then we have Glitter by Arwin. So he had a song called This Dream of Mine in Melfest earlier this year. Not a bad song at all. Quite energetic. I'm expecting more of the same. Axel Schillström, Melanie Weber, part of the songwriting team there. Then we have Robin Bengtsson. This man just keeps on coming back with songs that finish nowhere in the final. Honey, Honey. It makes me think of ABBA. He's co-written it. Robin is, I don't know how old he is now, possibly pushing 40. He is 35, actually. He was on Idol in Sweden in 2008. He finished 5th at Eurovision itself in Kyiv with I Can't Go On in 2017. He's been in Melfest a bunch of times, and I don't mind his entries. But really, since doing Eurovision, he's just come back with tracks that don't really, I would say, excite a great deal of people. So who knows, maybe Honey Honey might do quite well. We'll have to wait and see. Moving on, we have Felicia. Now this is Fröken Snusk, but without the mask. I don't know actually, because I believe they still do wear a mask, but they just perform under Felicia, which is, I assume, their real name. Let's take a look here. Felicia Eriksson, yes, and it looks as though they do still wear a bit of a face mask. Well, anyway, their song is called My System, and they've co-written it. So there you go. Then we have Layla Adele. So there is a name of old. They've been in Melfest in the past, but not for a very long time. 20 years, maybe? Anyway, they've co-written their song Oxygen with Jonas Thander and Marcus Winter-John. So there you go. And then we have Brandsta City Slackers. Well, there's another golden oldie name right there. Oh boy, that's going to be a bit of a laugh, isn't it? Brandsta City Slackers. They had Kom or Tamay, or Kom or Tamay, I can't pronounce it properly, back in 2002. And they were also in Melfest in 2003. Glenn Borkvist was also in Melfest 2004 with Lotta Nilsson. They dress up as firefighters, that's their shtick. No doubt they'll be dressed exactly the same again for Melfest next year. Chances are it's going to be quite a fun song. It's called Rakt in I Elden, which is something into the fire, I believe. Let me just check this. Do bear with me, because I would like to know. Straight into the fire. There we go. That is the title of Brandsta City Slackers and their song, Rakt in I Elden. So there you go. I think that's all of Gothenburg. Yes, it is. So I would say this is quite an interesting lineup, because on paper, I would say Robin Bengtsson and Felicia. But Arwin is right there. So those three names I've just mentioned might be the three that progress. I don't know. Got to remember my drink. Moving on to Kristianstad. Saga Ludvigsson. Well, she was in Melfest earlier this year with Hate You So Much, which was a surprise finalist, I think it's fair to say. And then she didn't really get a whole lot of love in the final. But she's back with Ain't Today. And Dino Medan Hodzic, Jimmy Jansson, Dotter and Saga herself have written that track. And I think she's definitely coming back, aiming to do far, far better. Then we have Patrick Jean, Dusk Till Dawn. Joy Deb has co-written this one, along with a couple of other people, including Melanie Weber. So Patrick Jean, he took part in Melfest a few years ago with Tears Run Dry. I think that was the Melfest in which there was no audience, so it would have been 2021, I believe. He has written quite a few tracks here and there over the years, and now he's back front and centre. Then we have Emilia Pantic with Nothing. Now that name does sound a little bit familiar to me. Emilia Pantic. Well, there they are. Young female musician, known for entrancing pop melodies and memorable hooks. Fair enough. Their song is called Nothing. Then we have Crossed, King of Rock and Roll. I don't know anything about them. Are they a band or a singer? Not entirely sure, but it seems like it's going to be a rock and roll song, so there we go. Then we have Eva Jumatate, or Jumatate, with Selfish. And if I, again, recall, they were on Swedish Idol, were they not? Or something like that? It's hard to keep track of what shows what, really, because they all sort of blend together. They are quite young, of that there is no doubt. But there you go. Their song is called Selfish. And then we have Medina with Viva l'Amour. Well, we know about Medina. They've had some success over the past few years. You know that you're probably going to get a lively, real crowd pleaser on stage. And with a song title like Viva l'Amour, I'm expecting more of the same, truth be told. They were the runners-up in Melfest fairly recently too. So they're definitely in it to win it. Is that it for Kristianstad? It is. So I would say Medina and Saga or Patrick. Those are the three names to keep an eye out for there. Moving on to Malmö, and we have Meira Omar, who is back. She had Hush Hush earlier this year. Bit of a fan favourite. Her song is called Duset Daram. That's an interesting title. So there you go. Then we have Simbali with Eternity. And, okay, Simbali, that's a name that I did see online. Simbali Malaika Wanyonyi is a Swedish singer of Kenyan and Finnish descent who won Idol a couple of years ago. So there you go. She is involved for the first time. Then we have Erika Jonsson with Från Landet. From the land, something like that. Don't really know too much about her. Erika Jansson. Jansson? Jonsson. Dear me. Don't really know too much about them at all, truth be told. But there we are. Then we move on to Felix Manu with Hattar att jag älskar dig. Okay, Felix Manu. Who are you? I don't really know. Well, there's a few pictures of him. I'm guessing this might be an up-tempo rap-type track, potentially. I'm not entirely sure. And then we have Smash Into Pieces with Hollow. We know about Smash Into Pieces. I had a feeling they would be back. I did see their name on rumoured lists. This is, of course, a sort of metal group. They've had 2 songs finishing third. I think they both finished third in the recent past. And you better believe that they're going to be aiming for victory again. And then we have Timo Räisänen with Ingenting upp till oss. And Timo Räisänen, is he the sort of folky musician? Nothing is right for us, is what it translates as. Timo Räisänen. Here we are. 46 years of age. He's been part of Håkan Hellström's band and also played in the band Her Majesty. I feel like his music is slightly folky. Rock, indie pop. If I have listened to his material, it was quite some time ago. But there you go. That's another heat over and done with. I would say Smash Into Pieces and Meira are the ones to beat there, and then possibly Simbali finishing third. Moving on to Sundsvall, we have Lilla Alfadji with Delulu. Okay. This is a comedy act, by the looks of it. So, God help us. There you go. Then we have Wilhelm Buchhaus with Hearts Don't Lie. Wilhelm is a great singer. He was in Melfest earlier this year with I'm Yours, and he arguably should have made the final, truth be told. It was a beautifully staged thing, and his vocals really shone through. So he's back, and I'm not surprised. Then we have Juliet with Långt från alla andra. Juliet, who are you? Don't really know. So that's one to do a bit of research on, I believe. They're a pop group formerly known as J1 who are gaining momentum. Okay, we'll do my research. Then we have Alexa, Tongue-Tied. So Alexa is quite a well-known act, I would say, and they won the American Song Contest with Wonderland some time ago. They are 28. Alexandra Schneiderman is their actual name. They're from Oklahoma, K-pop EDM stuff. I think a lot of people are going to be very excited by what they bring to the table, and Cassiopeia has co-written this, so watch this space, I guess. It could be a contender. Then we have Sanna Nielsen. Sanna Nielsen is back. We know all about Sanna Nielsen. She was there in Copenhagen in 2014, finishing third, was it, with Undo? Yes, indeed. She is 41. She's been around for a very, very, very long time. Her first Melfest effort was in 2001, where she finished third. 2003, 2005, when she performed with Fredrik Schemper. 2007... 2008 with Empty Room, that arguably should have won Melfest that year, a very fine ballad indeed, but she finished behind Charlotte Perrelli. And then I think she's been involved, yes, 2011, I'm in Love, that was pretty good. And this is her first effort since 2014, when she narrowly won ahead of Ace Wilder. So she's back with Waste Your Love, and Peter Bostrom, Thomas Gierson and Jimmy Jansen have sorted that song out for her. Then we have Blade with Who You Are. So this is Issa, who has been involved before with Can't Stop about a decade ago, and then she had a song called I Will Wait maybe about 8 years ago. Really fine ballad, should have made the final, never did. But now she is performing under this name. She's 27. I know that she was a backing singer for Malu Pritz once or twice, co-writer of her songs maybe as well, can't quite recall. But anyway, Who You Are is the name of her track. And that is it. So Sanna Nielsen will be going through, possibly with Alexa, and then it's probably between Wilhelm and Blade for the third place in that heat. But let's not get carried away here. It doesn't really matter. That's it. So let me just take a look at semi-final one. There is Indra, Nolt 4, Junior Lerin, Greshula, 18s and Jacqueline. Okay, Heat 2, Clara Almström, Arwin, Robin Bengtsson, Felicia, who's not wearing a face mask in that picture, Leila Adele and Bransta City Slackers. Heat 3, Saga Ludvigsson, Patrick Jean, Emilia Pantic, Korslagda with King of Rock and Roll. So, does that translate as crossed then? I'm guessing it does. They are a rock group. Then we have Eva Yumatate and Medina. Heat 4 is Meira Omar, who's definitely going to aim for a much better result than earlier this year. Simbali, Erika Jonsson, could be a bit of a country type track that. Felix Manu, Smash Into Pieces, and Timo Räisänen. And then Heat 5 is Lilla Al-Fadji, Wilhelm, Juliet, a boy band, Alexa, Sanna Nielsen, and Blade. So there you go. And her Instagram is That Bitch Blade. But it is Issa. It is Issa, isn't it? Yes, I believe so. Anyway, let me know what you think about that lineup. I would say that the most exciting names... I mean, I don't really know, to be honest with you. I think Medina will be in it to win it. I think Felicia. I think Sanna Nielsen. I think Alexa, definitely. And I think 18s, Greshula. It could be one of those names that ends up winning, but we'll just have to wait and see. Not the most riveting reaction I've ever done to a Melfest lineup, but there we are. Let me know your thoughts, especially if you are from Sweden. We will be getting more details as and when in terms of how they'll be presented and what have you, and we will get the songs, of course, next year, early next year. Until next time, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.